Y'all see Luna just poking her head in to the door in the corner of this frame. Hey, I'm Shay and welcome back to my channel. Tonight we are going to spend a cozy spring evening together. It is gloomy outside, which is a nice and rare occurrence in the spring moving into summer in the Pacific Northwest. Rainy season here is from October until about March. So once you start hitting April, May, June, you get a lot more sunny days and a lot less rain. And so it's always a treat to me to get a nice gloomy day in the middle of the spring because I love a gloomy day. It makes me feel so cozy. So we're going to hang out this evening together and we're going to do some things to make this feel super duper cozy. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to go and grab a new candle from Home Goods because I feel like lighting up that olfactory scents during a cozy evening makes it even better. So I'm going to get some kind of delicious smell in a candle to make the place smell a little better. Two, I'm going to get a physical copy of Shield of Sparrows because going and getting, no, not Shield of Sparrows. I'm going to get a physical copy of Rites of the Starling, which is my current read. I've done it on audio so far, but I want to do some companion reading and do them together, which I think would be even better. I don't really want an audiobook in a cozy evening. I want to feel the pages in my hand, smell the paper, all of those things, engaging all of the senses, I feel like makes a cozy evening even cozier. So we're going to go and grab a physical copy of that. So after we have a candle and a book, we're going to come home and make a tasty dinner. I have a craving that I know I can make the exact thing to fit. And I don't know if any of you have experienced this, but I feel like when you have a craving and you know you can make the exact thing to take care of that craving, it's the most perfect feeling in the world. So I'm going to make a delicious dinner and then I'm going to sit out on the patio around sunset and eat it. I'm probably then going to go for a short little sunset walk before coming home, taking a hot shower, climbing in my library chair with my new candle and my book, and just being cozy for the rest of the evening reading. So I thought this would be a great time to bring you along with me. So if you're watching this and don't have time to do these cozy things, that's totally fine. But if you want to pause this and come back to it later this evening and play it while you get ready for your cozy evening, I feel like that would be super fun also. So let's go ahead and run our errands. Let's get our book and our candle and then head back here to make a delicious dinner. And I will meet you back here in just a little bit. excited about my little dinner here. I'm so sad about my avocado. It was so far past. It was like not ripe, not ripe, not ripe, dead. But in my bowl here, I have taco ground beef at the bottom, and then refried beans on top of that I thinned out with some bone broth so that they would be a little bit higher protein. And then on top of that, I have some lettuce and then some pico de gallo. I have a serving of the protein Doritos, which, like, I'm someone who eats protein products, so these are very good to me. But if you're not someone who eats protein products, you might not like these. They do have the little dusty protein moment at the end of them, but they are not half as bad as Quest chips. I don't like Quest chips because they're too dusty. These are not that dusty. So if you are a protein product person, so I'm having like a deconstructed nacho taco bowl situation. And for my dressing on this, I had LT stop by Chipotle and get me some of the cilantro, lime, whatever dressing. It's so good. So I'm going to put this on my little upside down taco salad, deconstructed nacho situation, eat it with my chips, listen to my audiobook, and then we will try and make it on our sunrise walk. I mean, sunrise. We'll try to make it on our sunset walk, but the sun is setting kind of quickly, so I don't know if we're gonna make it. So fingers crossed we make it on our sunset walk, and then we'll come back, take a hot shower, and get into the library chair and start reading our book. This is low-key later than an evening walk. I feel like, I mean, you can still see a little bit of light in the sky behind me. It's probably 8:30-ish in the evening right now. And so we are going to go on our little evening walk. We're just going to walk until we each hit 10,000 steps, and then we'll go back to the house, get in some matching pajamas, and climb in the library chair in order to finish reading Rights of the Starling. I am so excited. I will talk to y'all when we get back to the house. How do I turn this off? How do I turn this?
They heard rumors of their unique appearance, but few people in Netflix ever encountered their race. After 100 summers of fighting, the Beasts were victorious. They must have fled to Calandra, too, and the world went black.
Okay, it is about 11:43 at night, 11:44 at night, and I am starting to get so sleepy. I feel like I did pretty well. I made a healthy, nutritious dinner. I got my 10,000 steps this evening. I went to Home Goods and Barnes & Noble, and I was able to get about this far. You cannot see that at all. The bookmark is towards the back. Hold on, let me tell you how many pages. It'll be easier to see open. So I was able to make it about that far in. I'm on page 277, which is chapter 36. And so I have, I don't know, not that much more to go. My guess would be that I'm somewhere around 60% in. Let me see if maybe the audiobook will tell me my percentage. No, it doesn't tell me my percentage. I have 7 hours left of the audiobook. I don't even know how long it was to begin with, so this helps me not at all, but I am about right here, which I would guess to be 60-ish, 60 to 70%. So it is good so far. It is definitely a second book, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Normally I mean second book derogatory, but I do not mean second book derogatory today. There's just a lot of traveling from place to place. There's a lot of transition and background that I know we're going to need for the story in the future, and it still is very interesting. There are still things happening. It's not just a filler book, but there is a ton of information in this for sure. And so I definitely feel like at 36 chapters where I am right now, I have more questions and answers, which always makes for for sure a killer third book, but I am wondering how many things will be resolved in the last 30 to 40% of this, which is quite a bit. Like I have a lot. Let me see how many pages are in this. It looks like about 450 pages. I'm 270 pages in, so I have like 180 pages left of this. That's a lot of time for things to resolve. So I think I'm going to end it here for tonight, and then I will continue reading this tomorrow. And so I'm sure in another vlog, I'll tell you my thoughts once I get it all wrapped up. I definitely would recommend, if you have not read Shield of Sparrows, starting with Shield of Sparrows, getting into this. I definitely think this is worth reading if you are a romantasy lover, because I feel like this is classic romantasy where it has a lot of the tropes that we like to see in romantasy. It has a lot of the banter and the tension and the forbidden love and things like that. That like an almost enemies to lovers situation. Like it has things like that that are very tropey, but it is still told in a way that is pretty new and fresh and interesting. And so I think if you're a romantasy lover and have not done Shield of Sparrows / Rights of the Starling, that I would highly recommend that you do that. Shield of Sparrows was 5 stars for me. I don't know what this one will be yet. I don't have like an undeniable 5-star feeling where I am right now, but I can't see it being less than 4. So like, we'll see if in this last few pages it does something that's like, oh yeah, like this is definitely 5 stars. But my guess is that it's going to be somewhere between 4 and 5. So far so good. I think it's going to be a 6-star series for me overall once we get to like the conclusion. I'm just so interested to find out what happens and where this goes. So that's all for me tonight. Thank you for hanging out with me on this cozy evening in where we got to read and, you know, chill together. It was nice hanging out with you for a little bit, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.